Welcome back to the channel. My name is Clay Wong. Today I'm super excited because we are showcasing a very special vehicle. This was a car that was only sold to the Japanese domestic market, and as a result of the recent change in importation laws, only now we are eligible to import them to the country. And here it is, guys. This is none other than the iconic 2004 Subaru Forester STI. This is a car that's essentially a bug-eye WRX STI in the form of a Forester, a wagon crossover style. And I honestly can't believe just how cool this thing is. Everything about it is just so reminiscent of what you just know and love about a Subaru WRX STI. You've got the big bonnet scoop, it's painted in World Rally Blue, you've got the Brembo brakes, you've got the 6-speed manual transmission, you've got LSDs at the front and the rear, and it's topped off with the EJ25 engine. It's just a really cool car in every single aspect, and with the host of modifications that the owner has done on this car, it really just accentuates it that much further. So I'm here with the owner of the car, John. How you going, man?
Hi,
Good
how are
seeing you,
you?
man. Dude, this car is so cool. Can you tell us a little bit about your pride and joy?
Yep, so car's a 2004 Forester STI. Owned it for a bit over a year, and it's my fourth Subaru.
Wow, that's so cool. You love your Subarus.
Yes. Reason I brought it, I just wanted something different and unique. Don't see many of these around. I drive it every day to work. Also take the family in it. As you'll see later on, it's got a baby seat in the back.
Oh, love that touch.
Yeah, I take it everywhere really. So
Yeah, I assume it's very practical as well, being a wagon, a crossover, heaps of space for the kids, the groceries.
yes, so yeah, it's very practical. Like I said, drives very smoothly. Fuel's not too bad on it. But yeah,
If you have a light foot, right?
yeah, with a light foot. So the previous owner done a lot of work to it.
Okay.
And I pretty much just
Enhanced it.
enhanced it a little bit.
No,
So,
awesome. I really like what you've done, and I think the Forester has some really cool touches, especially in STI form. Like, you know, you've got the fog lights, the big rear wing, but yeah, I really like what you've done.
Yeah, no, it's a very good car. So
It's awesome, man. So how does it drive though, like comparatively to a sedan?
yeah, pretty much drive exactly the same as a sedan. So it's got a few suspension mods. It's got bigger sway bars, strut braces front and rear. It's on Cusco coilovers, so it's pretty smooth.
That's awesome. And what kind of power are you pushing?
Car's pushing about 200 kilowatts on 15 pounds of boost.
Stock turbo and everything?
Still stock turbo, VF41, 3-inch exhaust all the way to a MRT muffler on the back.
Right. Being that it's an EJ25, you've probably got a lot more torque down low, right?
Oh yes, definitely, yes. So like I said, it's very good for the street.
That's really cool. So I actually did some research on it, and I found out that the Forester STI is only 20 kilos heavier than the sedan Bug-Eye WRX STI. So this weighs 1490, and according to all the internet forums, the Bug-Eye STI is only 1470. So it's just 20 kilos heavier, and that blows my mind.
Yes, no, definitely. Like I said, it's my fourth Subaru, and it's probably my favorite one.
Yeah. What are your favorite aspects about this car?
I just like that it's unique. You don't see many on the road. Everyone who's seen it, they love it.
Yeah,
So,
they probably lose their minds.
Yeah,
They're
pretty
like,
much,
what is
yeah.
this?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
No, that is super cool. Do you have any more future plans for the car moving forward, John?
Moving forward, probably a few bolt-on engine mods, but nothing too crazy. Like I said, it's my daily driver, so I might upgrade to a bigger STI turbo.
Oh, big turbo.
And get a retune, but yeah, like I said, just nothing too crazy.
Yeah, no.
Happy with the power as it is. So
Yeah, and I can't believe how clean you've kept it. This car is nearly 20 years old now, and you've got 190,000 Ks?
yes, pretty much, yes.
Honestly, the condition is immaculate. And it's a daily driver.
Daily driver.
Yeah, most people weekender their JDM cars, but it's cool to see that you drive this thing a whole lot.
Yes.
No, that's awesome, man. Well, I can't wait to showcase it out here on the channel. And if you guys are enjoying the content so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you again,
No
John.
worries. Thanks, Clay.
Thank you, man. And let's get straight into it, guys. All right, guys, we are jumping in the Subaru Forester STI. This thing is going to be a whole lot of fun. I've driven a base model XT Turbo, and already that thing was a bit of a riot. So I think in STI form, it's going to be even more intense of a car. Let's set off. Clutch is really nice and easy to drive and operate. car sounds really good. Straight away you notice that Boxer rumble, and it's pretty intoxicating, to be honest with you guys. Drop down the windows and we'll get a bit of that noise of this Boxer engine. Second gear. As we're cruising around, it's very comfortable on a set of Cusco coilovers. The owner John has put in a bunch of suspension modifications just to stiffen it up a whole lot further, and it feels very familiar to me. I drove my good friend Tom's WRX Blob Eye STI, and I can feel a sense of just how similar this car is in relation to that vehicle, because effectively the Forester STI uses the Bug Eye chassis and drivetrain, but it's just been lifted with obviously the Forester shell, and there's a whole lot more headroom and practicality. When you find the corners in the Forester STI, it doesn't shy away from it. It makes you want to drive faster. It feels so planted, and you really get a chance to feel that STI formula and DNA that's just so deeply embedded in these cars, and it feels so neutral. There's a lot of feedback through the steering wheel, coupled with the Cusco suspension upgrades and the wheels. It just feels mighty fine. With a host of bolt-on modifications and exhaust, intercooler, upgraded radiators, and with a tune, this thing is a host of fun. And you feel all 200 kilowatts of power that this car has, or 268 horsepower at all four wheels, and it just keeps going and it revs out continuously, and it just gives you more and more power. It doesn't seem to run out of boost. These gear ratios are really long in this car, and it just feels like there's just bucket loads of power to be had in this car. It's just a car that feels so forgiving to the driver, and you can really dance with this car. It's not really understeery at all. It feels really quite neutral in your fingertips, and there's a lot of feedback through the steering wheel. It honestly shares so many similarities to the Blob Eye WRX STI that belongs to my good friend Tom. Obviously a little bit down on power. At the end of the day, it's just awesome to see that in this wagon or crossover chassis. The exhaust is really nice. It's not too loud or drony. It's the perfect pitch, and you can really get a taste of that rumble. The gearbox is so fluid to row through the gears of the 6-speed. The clutch is light. The inputs are honestly just as you would expect from an STI. Straight away from 3,000 you get a punch of boost, and it really throws you back in the seat. So having driven an Evo Wagon 9, this car is a little bit more soft around the edges. It's definitely more forgiving, and it's a car that just is a little bit more drivable and usable. The Evo Wagon is definitely more focused. It's a little bit harsher, but it is a whole lot faster, and there's just a little bit more potential in that car. The Forester is, at the end of the day, a really nice and comfortable, good sized car for a daily driver. It's practical, it's very usable, and being that it's 4-wheel drive, you can take it to literally anywhere. The car doubles as a very good commuter. You've got a bucket load of space in the back. You can drop the seats as well. Being that it's a wagon or a crossover, however you prefer to call it, it is a type of body style that just works for so many different purposes. And if you want a little bit of fun, drop a few gears and straight away you unlock that Boxer motor, and it just sounds sick. It's just a very unique package, and the way that they have designed this car from factory, I think Subaru really hit the nail on the head. In my honest opinion, I think it's one of the best looking wagons from Japan. I know the Evo wagon looks so tough and menacing from the front. At the back, it's a little bit soft, a little bit like just a base model wagon Lancer, but this, from every single angle, it just looks appropriate and you know it's something a little bit special, and with the host of modifications that John has done, and of course the TE37 SLs in blast bronze, full concave all round, it just looks so tasteful, and the stance that this car has as it's rolling on the streets, it really just exudes JDM in every single aspect. I also really like how the interior is very comfortable. It's got not much in here as well. It's quite Spartan and basic, but with the Defi gauges, the double din head unit, it's just basic, but it's got everything that you need and want in a car. I love the black on black finish on these seats. It really looks super tasteful. This car has honestly impressed me in a way that I didn't really think it could. From the outside, it's a car that looks really quite big, quite boaty of a vehicle, but as soon as you hop into this thing, it's really inviting, and it just pushes the boundaries of what you would think about a wagon or a crossover. It's just a really cool car, and coupled with the fact that it's just so rare and special, this thing is a whole lot of fun. To pick one up, a Forester STI, you're looking at spending about $30,000 to $40,000 depending on the condition and the mileage. This particular one has 190,000 kilometers, but it is honestly in fantastic shape, and the paint is just so good on this car. It has really been so well looked after, and I want to say a huge thank you to John for allowing me to showcase this special car out here today. It really has been an absolute treat. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to smash that thumbs up button. In the comments below, tell me what you like about the SG9 Subaru Forester STI, and as well as that, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Please take care. Bye for now.